What's up, everyone? I'm Victor, the Good Boss, and I have over 11 years clean. And I can tell you, recovery, it's not easy, but it's possible. It's not I can, it's I will. How are you going to do it? I'm sure you'll find a way. I want to talk real quick about Troy, my new best friend. He was standing on the side of the road, holding a sign, begging for money so that he can get his fix, so he didn't have to feel sick. So here's a story from Troy himself, where stories change here.
We had a hard time, our family, on and off. What happened is my dad was a radio DJ for Cool 105 in Denver, and that was sold off, so he lost his job. Soon after, I had a surgery. 3 tumors were removed from my stomach. Got a huge scar on my belly, looks like a C-section. Then I got molested. And I think my parents decided that it was best to change scenery, change the environment. So we used what money we had and a white van and a little U-Haul attached and drove to Massachusetts because of a job opportunity my dad had, which turned out to be a scam, by the way. So we ended up homeless for 2 years. We had to camp in Massachusetts in the cold weather, in the snow, for 2 years. And that whole time, my mom and dad was working. I was even working too at 13. So I had to take on a responsibility that, a kid shouldn't, Not that I wasn't, willing to, because our family was like a pack, we were very close knit. And after 2 years, my parents ended up finding a way to get us into an apartment, which happened to be in a bad neighborhood. My mom still lives in the same apartment to this day. And got injured, and I was prescribed Vicodin. And that sort of led to my beginning of my drug addiction. I started getting dependent on it. I would take him to school with me. I would have to pop one before class. Then I was introduced to Percocets when I couldn't get the Vicodin. And then it slowly escalated to like OC80s. By this time I'm like 21. From there, OC80s were out of the equation. They stopped making them. They turned into what was called OP80s. You can't snip them or anything, so people didn't want them. And the girl I was with at the time, the one that cost me my hand being broken, she said that heroin would be the best thing to do. It's cheaper and it works better and it's not as addictive. Biggest mistake of my life. So I pick up, start sniffing. Soon after, she introduces me to the needle. From that time, I'm hooked. I was stuck. I was a slave to drugs at that point. Drugs told me what to do, and when I was told to do it, I would, And then years went by, just me sort of sailing through, just doing drugs. Then I got into alcohol about at the age of 29-ish. And I think that was because right before my dad passed away, and he was my buddy. I love him to death, I still do. And I feel like he's with me to this day. I feel like he helped me. But like I said, I was sort of numb to everyone. I isolated myself. I stopped taking care of myself. I mean, even in the first video, you can see like dirt on my face, And, I've been beat up by dealers. I've had my family's lives threatened because of it. I remember I didn't want to go panhandling one day because I was so sick. And something urged me to go out and do it anyways. So I sort of got up, went to my little island that I go to all the time, and not even 30 minutes later, this truck pulls up. And this guy goes, "Hey, you want a job?" And I go, "Well, yeah, I'm holding a sign. Of course I'd want a job. I'm demeaning myself and, I feel like a piece of crap." And he goes, Let me ask you a
Let
question.
me ask you this.
Do you
get high?
have
And I don't
substance
care,
abuse issues?
because
And he
I
goes,
have
be
11 years
honest with
clean.
me. I remember him doing that. Be honest with me. And I go, yeah, I drink and I do heroin. And he goes, if I get you into a program and you do 30 days, I'll help you out any way I can.
So I'll tell you right now, I have one scholarship opportunity that's in, I know it's gonna sound crazy, it's in Florida, if you wanted to go there.
I'll go anywhere.
Okay.
I will go anywhere.
It's a state-of-the-art facility. It's amazing. They even do a dual diagnosis. They help with mental health. You're gonna make me cry, dude.
No, you're making me cry, bro.
So let me just explain to you what the no, it's okay.
Give it a chance like this.
I agreed to it. The guy's name was Victor, and not even 2 days later, he's at my door going, ready to go? I mean, literally, he told me before to pack a bag just in case, and I did. And 2 days later, he literally flew me all the way down to Florida to a detox, and then he goes, Troy, you're gonna go into Compassion's behavioral health after. He goes, it's a program that'll help you, I swear it will. And I'm like, okay. And then I ended up in residential. That's where I met Ken. You know, he even gave me a recovery Bible because he knew I liked meetings and I was religious. You know, and I have gotten in touch with the religion more. When I was using, I didn't care. I would not even think about that kind of stuff. I was just focused on the hustle, which was sad. It was so tiring doing that. But then, you know, Ken, Alyssa, you know, all these counselors, Haley, you know, they all knew exactly what I needed, even though I didn't think of it. And the fact that they, I'm trying to think of how to word it, the way they presented it to me, I could understand, you know, because I have autism and I see things black and white and there's no gray areas for me. And they knew that, you know, and they were always there when I was having hard times, you know, and just the facilitators too, teaching us how to handle the real world or recommend how to handle it, really stuck with me. Like, I really wanted to put the work in because I knew they had faith in me, and that made me have faith in me too. So I was really grateful and happy at the fact that they were able to treat me the way I needed to be treated, because if I was treated a certain way, I'd get uncomfortable and leave. But I got to stay, you know? I got to experience my journey being better, you know? The meetings and everything helped, and I love them all. I'll never forget them, definitely not. I'm not the type that is gonna visit them. My life now, after completing Compassion Behavioral Health, freaking awesome. I love it. I'm like high on life, and I'm not giving it away. This was a gift that these guys gave me, and I'm not going to squander it. I want to keep it with me, and I want to share it with the world. I want to prove to people, because I want to prove to people that I can do this easily, like a piece of cake. Yeah, I'm going to have obstacles. The CBH told me there's going to be obstacles, and you know, in reality, I knew it. But I'm going to jump over these things because I was given everything I need to in order to live a life that I truly want. You know, I've never been happier. I have no substances, no Suboxone, methadone. I am me again, and I am definitely going to show the world what Troy is made of, and it's all because of you guys. You know, I couldn't thank you guys enough. I really couldn't. You guys save lives. You really do.